let's go to the West. 2nd seed and 7th seed. You got the Suns at the number 2 seed. The Lakers at the number 7 seed. But as we all agree, this is not your typical 2 to 7. You can probably categorize this as probably a Western Conference potential. If the Lakers stayed healthy, this could have been a Western Conference Finals matchup. But who do you got, Drew? And how many games?
I got the Lakers in 7. I think easing LeBron, I wouldn't say easing his playoffs, but them catching their rhythm again is going to be integral. And then them working in, what's his name, Drummond in a better fashion than what they have been in the past couple games is also going to be key as far as them winning this series. I think it's going to be a process. That's why I have this 1-7 games. Yeah.
Good, D.
They're gonna have to pull out a rabbit out the hat with this one. I'm saying Lakers in 5 based on size. And boy, AD, if he don't do what he did when he was playing the Warriors, trying to shoot himself out of a slump and play center like they should be doing for AD during the playoffs. I mean, now that they got Drummond, things, but he's known for clogging up the paint. If you've noticed, like the last 10 to 15 they played before the playoffs hit. If Frank Vogel, because he's known for his defense, if they pack on that defense the way they're supposed to when it comes to the pick and roll that Chris Paul loves to run, you feel what I'm saying? He got Devin Booker. That team is just really inexperienced when it comes to playoff runs. And the main reason that they're there is because of, Chris Paul, aka the point guard. You feel what I'm saying? That's a good chunk of why they're there. He knows how to operate an offense. So how Ayton plays in the paint and how much power they have in the paint, I just see this going 5, maybe 6. Like Drew said, for them to catch their rhythm. But I don't see it going any further than that, just based off of the pieces that they have. They're already making changes for this team headed into the matchup.
D, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this question. You don't think Devin Booker can get you 2?
I think he can give me 2, but I don't know. I don't think. But we got the number 1 defense in the league, bro. Like that shit counts for something in games like this, and we know playoff that. Regular season, it's more about offense. Playoff basketball is really.
Let me ask you this: do you think not having Rondo is going to hurt the Lakers this year?
No, bro, it's not. Rondo's coming off the bench, bro. Think about that. He's coming off the bench. He's not starting.
So last year when we talked about this, you're like, the reason why is because we got playoff Rondo.
I never said that.
I probably said
that. I never said that, bro. I call him playoff Rondo, but he knows how to orchestrate an offense. But you have the best basketball mind who literally is a 6'8" point guard that can play point guard. So do you really need Rondo? What you lost last year, you made up for. The only issue is the chemistry catching the rhythm, and their biggest concern is health. Because he's going into the playoffs on a minutes restriction. So that's your biggest concern. So that's why I'm saying 6, because he's at some point he's gonna ramp up. He's gonna break that. I feel like he'll break that minutes restriction when it really counts. And that's when you gotta be like, well, is health gonna play a factor here? Is he gonna get injured? Is shit? That's when shit like that comes into play. But as far as all 4 quarters, only reason why I'm saying 6 is because the Lakers are known for having scoring droughts. They're known for players doing shit that they're not supposed to be doing. Like, why is AD trying to shoot mid-range and 3-point shot? Like, bro, we don't need you to do that. Floss in the paint. I understand you're glass man. I get it. But you need to be working in the paint because we need you to worry about Ayton. Or we need Drummond to worry about Ayton. We need you to do everything other than try to shoot outside the paint. Work in the post where you're good at. You feel what I'm saying? So as long as those 3 things get executed, and we don't have scoring droughts, I could say 5. But I know knowing how the Lakers have been playing and catching their rhythm and gelling and getting that chemistry is gonna go to 6, bro. Yeah. If it goes to 7, it's for ratings. Just know that.
I will say this one's tough.
Is it really tough?
All right, so the last time we saw the Lakers, we saw 2 different teams.
Mm-hmm.
The first team, if they play like that, they're getting swept. Okay, but they're not going to shoot like that how they did. That is a big problem how AD is playing, because he's trying to shoot jumpers when you should be going inside and dunking on people. Let's be real. I don't know why they're using what's his name like that? The big dude. What's his name? Drummond. Like
What's his
you're
name? That's
not
funny.
using his size. You're not using his size. He's basically there just to rebound and block. But he can average 22. Like that's what I'm saying. So I think it's how all they use that. I think Aiden is a big body there. They have a couple big bodies. The Suns are a better 3-point shooting team, so I think that depending on the shooting that the Suns get will depend on the series. Because getting up and down the floor, I mean, that's the Lakers' favor. That's what they want to do. But I think this series comes down to what Devin Booker can bring to the table. We already know what Chris Paul is going to do. We know what LeBron's going to do. But it really comes down to what AD does and what Devin Booker does. If AD does what he's supposed to, the series is up in 5. If Devin Booker shows, I can hang, this shit's going 6-7. So
I'm telling you what.
It really
Go
depends on those two situations. I think Devin Booker will rise to the occasion. I think this will go. I think the Lakers will finish it at home in 6 because they have to. If they let that go back to Phoenix, Phoenix will win in 7. I think it's a home thing. I think it really is. It really is because there's a lot of different restrictions going on. They're allowing a lot, like Staples Center. Like they just got announced that and that's another thing that's gonna depend on a lot of these series is the amount of people they allow into these arenas, right? Where Arizona is not so much. They'll have as many as they can fill. That's why the Lakers have to win that game 6 if it goes that far. I think they will, and that's why I'm bringing it to the Lakers in 6. But if they go 7, man, anything can happen in Game 7 and Phoenix at home. I think the Phoenix could pull that out in 7 if it goes that far. But I'm picking the Lakers in 6.
Hey, if LeBron congratulate that man and say, Chris Paul deserves MVP, they finna get their ass whooped. I'm gonna tell you that right now. He does that every like usually before he beats the shit out of a team, he always congratulates them before he watches them or before a big moment. It always happens. It's LeBron fashion. So I think Steph Curry should be the MVP. Shoots a 3 in his face, Steph Curry style. Like just be shit like that, bro. So
We all know that was luck, but it's all right.
See, bro. I'm not even gonna go there, cuz.
No. There's no pressure. There's no pressure.
Let's get through this.
No. There's no pressure because 1, it was tied. 2, the clock was running, so he had to shoot. There's no pressure to that. If you make it, you cool. If not, whatever.
Now LeBron's not clutch. That's what he's trying to do.
Okay.
No, I didn't say he wasn't clutch.
Tony Bayless.
Hey, I don't like
Tony
no towel girls.
Tony Bayless.
No, but what
Tony
I'm saying
Bayless.
is that was luck.
Tony Bayless.
And it's okay. When you're that
Tony
good,
Bayless.
you have that type of luck. It goes in, you're good.
Tony Bayless.
Hey, next series. Next series.
Next series.
You guys are tripping, bro. But
I done had a mouthful of cap already.